Fox 10 News starts now with breaking news.
We learned throughout the night that it was not one incident, but it was two that happened almost simultaneously. Right now, we still don't have a suspect. We are still looking and canvassing for video. We're talking to witnesses and taking statements. Hopefully that will lead us somewhere.
Yeah, that was Mobile Police Chief William Jackson updating the deadly downtown shooting just minutes ago. Our Brennan Kirby was there. Brennan, thanks for being with us in the studio for this. And I know the chief says they don't have a suspect right now, but there was a lot we learned today, right?
Yeah, that's right, Ashley. Of course, very scary situation last night, as we all know. The chief says that police first believed that those shootings were related. Now they believe that they were unconnected. The first shooting took place just before 11 p.m. near the intersection of Dauphin and Joachim Streets. Chief Jackson says that 5 men and 2 women suffered gunshot wounds, including one victim who remains in critical condition. Police don't yet have a suspect or a motive. The second shooting took place later, about a block away in the parking lot between Joachim and Conti Streets across from the Sanger Theater. Chief Jackson says that was an attempted robbery. He says the would-be robber, identified as 21-year-old Javeli Alexander, died from a gunshot fired by the victim. He says that they exchanged 28 rounds. Chief Jackson says that the shootings occurred despite heavy police presence. And aside from the victim who's in critical condition, the chief says that the other 6 people who were struck suffered graze wounds. And we'll have much more coming up at Fox 10 News at 4 and 5.
All right, so much to unpack there, Brendan. Thank you for that update there.
Most crime scene gloves are going to hit you right here. That's not the case here. So I think we're on to something.
And more than 2 weeks after Nancy Guthrie first went missing, a glove found near her home has been tested for DNA. The glove is one of 16 found in the area, most belonging to searchers. But investigators say this one contains DNA from an unknown male and appears to match the glove seen in surveillance video from Nancy's front porch. Now the DNA profile will go to a national database known as CODIS to see if there is a match among more than 19 million offenders. If not, experts say it could be put through a genealogy database to identify possible relatives of the individual. In the meantime, the Pima County Sheriff says the clothing worn by the suspect in the surveillance video appears to be from Walmart, but is not only available there. And meanwhile, Board Czar Tom Homan said frozen funding for the Department of Homeland Security will not impact the Trump administration's immigration enforcement operations. Senate Democrats withheld support of a funding package in the wake of the shooting deaths of Alex Preddy and Renee Good by federal immigration agents in Minneapolis last month. Democrats say they want reforms, including tighter parameters around search and arrest warrants and requiring immigration and customs enforcement agents to wear those body cameras and remove their masks. But Republicans note ICE is already funded via last summer's so-called Big Beautiful Bill, and other DHS agencies will feel the shutdown's brunt.
Are smashing in windows, dragging people out of cars, breaking into people's homes without warrants. We need protection against that.
This whole thing about shutting down DHS to prove a point, I think it's political theater, to be honest with you.
Most DHS personnel are considered essential, meaning they're on the job but without pay until a funding agreement is reached. Well, some sad news to report this afternoon. Hollywood mourns the loss of legendary actor Robert Duvall. His wife, Luciana, wrote on Facebook that the Oscar-winning actor passed away at his home, surrounded by loved ones this past Sunday. She called him, quote, a beloved husband, cherished friend, and one of the greatest actors of our time. The San Diego native is best known for his roles in The Godfather and Apocalypse Now. His career spanning 7 decades and earning him 7 Academy Award nominations. He took home the Best Actor role in the 1983 film Tender Mercies as well. The iconic actor received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, where years later he took part in the hand and foot imprint ceremony to celebrate 50 years of excellence in the film industry. Robert Duvall was 95 years old. Our thoughts are certainly with his loved ones today. Well, it's time to take a look now at what our Fox 10 News crews are following for Fox 10 News at 4 and 5 this afternoon.
At 3:30 on Fox 10.
Story is following up on the shooting last night. Mobile Police Chief and the mayor holding a news conference at 2 p.m. today on the downtown shooting last night with the latest details. Brendan Kirby covering that. We're also working on getting some more details on a shooting at a Whistler apartment complex in Pritchard that left one person dead on Saturday, another injured. Also, Mobile fire officials are investigating a house fire last night that happened in downtown. A single-story duplex engulfed in flames. And, of course, today, with it being Lundi Gras, King Felix and his knights arrived by boat at Cooper Riverside Park this morning to kick off Fat Tuesday activities. And where does he come from with the boat? Well, you know the story. It's the Isle of Joy.
Welcome into Fox 10 Live. Time now is 3:05. We've been live streaming Fox 10 Live. We want to welcome our television side viewers. Let's just get straight to the forecast. Here we're on the Fox 10 weather app. We have a lot of updates for you, including your Monday forecast overall, but detailed forecast for our evening parades. That is on the app available for you. You can also head to the hourly section to see that breakdown there. Check the forecast for your location. Here's a look outside right now. 60 degrees in Mobile, 67 in Pensacola. Why is Mobile so much cooler? We've had these pesky clouds sticking around. They really have not gone anywhere in Mobile, but we're seeing improving conditions, and eventually we will see the clouds clearing. You can see Pensacola, though, 67 degrees. It's cleared up there, looking good. So 67 Pensacola here, 71 Panama City, 69 in Evergreen. Eventually, we have to wait, but we get the clearer skies and nicer looking skies for the evening. Right now, downtown Mobile, you can see a few folks out there. The parades that went on this afternoon have been outside of our view of our live cameras. 60 degrees at 6 p.m., 7 o'clock, 59 degrees. So for our evening parades here, Infant Mystics in Order of Doves on Route F, so a different route here, 60 degrees at 6:30 p.m. In Fairhope, Order of Mystic Magnolias happening this evening, 60 degrees with a clear sky, calm winds, a great forecast for that parade. I might see you out there. I'm going to try to get down to that one. We're going to look at 2 p.m. now for the afternoon. You can see there's not much going on, 3 o'clock here, but we're going to the evening time. This is 10 o'clock. You notice how we're completely clear. Eventually, though, we see some fog that develops, and you see that here 5 a.m. on Tuesday. So your Fat Tuesday does start off with some patchy fog in spots with some clouds as well. We'll call it a partly cloudy day with temperatures getting warm in the afternoon, but no weather interruptions as we go through the day. So here are your big headlines for your forecast here. Comfortable temperatures for Fat Tuesday, plenty of sunshine on Fat Tuesday, and overall, just great parade weather. I think we'll take it here. We're excited. I'll have another look at the forecast coming up in just a few moments and a look at the extended outlook, which does include some warm temperatures and some rain.
All right, and we're really excited to dive into some of those Mardi Gras pictures. Speaking of today, so let's kick things off first with a look at nature from Janny. A beautiful sunset on Dauphin Island today. This must have been taken yesterday.
Yes, this was yesterday. You know, one thing that kind of shocked me about this photo was how much it cleared up at the immediate coast. I saw a few other photos posted on social media of the sunset last night for those that were at the beach, and it was a gorgeous sunset. And these are the kinds of sunset photos that we love to get. So thank you so much for sending these in. I was able to post one of these on my Facebook page, but those, submit them on the app. I don't care what day it is. If it doesn't have to be a special day, just send in the sunset photo. It's something that we really want. So thank you for sending that one in.
You heard it here, folks. Thank you. This next one comes from Lonnie Goss. Another sunset, this time in Gulf Shores, Alabama, and some really pretty colors in this one too.
Yeah, and there you can see the somewhat clearing that we had out there. But it was a little rougher out there at the beach, but a lovely sunset. So thank you so much for sending that one in. Rachel Mars sending this one in, packed on Government Street for Mardi Gras. Look at the chairs. They got the setup. That's what you want to do.
Loving their faces, by the way. That's just like a mixture of pure excitement and anticipation right there. How we're all feeling right before the parades start rolling.
You know, I think I saw them on our live camera.
Did you really?
There. So our live camera is literally in the back corner of that shot.
No way.
Our social experiment camera. And I remember seeing some folks sitting there super early while the traffic was still going. Because some people do set up around that time.
Hey, you might not see us, but we see you, so give us a big wave.
Yeah.
Not to be
If
creepy.
you're down there, that part of downtown, give a wave.
Yeah, I love it, and loving those beads as well. You can tell that they're real parade goers. They got the big beads going on.
I love that.
I love it. All right.
Thank you for sending that one in. Avery sent this one in at the parade. My little cousin, I saw this one submitted in. We love these kinds of photos.
Sweet.
Hopefully they got a good time.
Making family memories that'll last a lifetime for sure. This next one is from BB, the Real Mardi Gras Second Line Society. And if you haven't heard them play, they are pretty incredible.
Yeah, I love all this. There's tons of small band groups that march in these parades. And one thing that they maybe don't realize is they are walking so much in these parades, and they are doing parade after parade after parade after parade after parade. I have some of my friends that are in some of the bands that are doing multiple back-to-back. They're posting saying, "Oh, I'm tired at this
And you've
point."
done this once upon a time, so you know.
For the folks that are in the parades, you get a little bit of like joy on like Fat Tuesday, and it's fun to be out there. But you get about to Sunday, Monday, and you're like, I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Yeah, so we are so thankful for all of our local bands that, again, are putting in a lot of miles and a lot of steps over the next few days. This next one comes from Nita Pitt. Addie's first Mardi Gras was a success, and Addie, you are precious.
Love the photo. So many throws. Aw.
Looks like a professional little photo shoot there, too. That's so cute.
Yes, I remember when I was a kid, I would take photos with all my throws that I got.
That's like I feel like a rite of passage if you live on the Gulf Coast, for sure. I'm sure those will definitely be framed as well. Cutest picture in the lineup today, and like Nick said, we want those pictures. How can they submit?
So if you have the Fox 10 weather app, you can submit right there. And I highly recommend, if you have the Float Tracker app, you should also get the weather app so you can get those forecasts. It's a little easier and a little bit more with a short form forecast on the weather app. And there's a lot of parade forecasts on there. So be sure to download it. You can also submit them online.
Absolutely. Hopefully you guys are having fun out there for Lundi Gras today. We'll be back with much more Fox 10 Live in just a moment.
Next, with a clear forecast streaming directly to you. Stay connected, stay safe with Fox 10.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Live.
Welcome back into Fox 10 Live on your Monday. Elon Musk's The Boring Company has been selected by the board of Universal Parks Orlando to work on an underground transit system connecting the various areas of the theme parks.
The board authorized negotiations to begin.
The project aiming to improve infrastructure and expand transit needs with the goal of easing congestion along International Drive by linking Universal's existing theme parks and City Walk with Epic Universe, which opened last year.
The Boring Company's underground concept is similar to what it developed in Nevada, which you're seeing some pictures of that there.
How do you feel about this?
I don't know.
Like, it's kind of cool.
Faster transit, cool. I mean, I have no.
Like, it's fun. I feel like I would be a little claustrophobic, truthfully. That's just me personally.
I saw some interviews of people riding in those Boring Company tunnels, and it is interesting because it's a long tunnel.
Who knows? Could be a part of the future. Likely will, but I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of dark. Anyway, Costco is retiring one of its old school methods.
Instead of driving to a Costco location and filling out a paper form at the bakery or deli department,
customers will soon be able to order custom cakes and deli trays directly on the company's mobile app and website.
Wait, they didn't have this?
That does surprise me. Because in the food court, they have all those handy dandy, place to
Listen,
order.
I haven't been to a Costco in about 7 years.
Are you serious? I go almost every day.
I wish.
It's really unhealthy, but it's delicious.
When ordering a cake, shoppers can choose sizes, shapes, flavors, designs, and inscriptions from a catalog of available cake options.
Okay, Costco CEO Ron Vacris called the update, quote, very exciting, and the retailer said the update will happen by the end of 2026.
Okay, you want to know how, this is how weird I am. I really don't like if I can't do something like an online order. Like I
could see
really
that.
like, especially with food orders and stuff, or at least I like to
You
look
like
at,
your quick and efficient
yeah,
ways
but I
to
also
order.
like to look over the menu and I take my time. So like before I go to a restaurant or like a fast food restaurant even, I will look over the online
That
menu.
does not
I have
surprise me at all.
I have almost
I bet you
every
are
app on my
over
phone.
prepared. Has the menu memorized before he steps foot in the restaurant.
Yeah, I want to be prepared.
I respect that though. I do. I feel like I'm going to use this because I order a lot of muffins. I know you said you haven't been, but their bakery is phenomenal. So I'll definitely be using this, and I'm glad that they are making it just a little bit easier. Well, firefighters in Colorado Springs perform a rescue, but on a roof.
And the rescue was a cat.
It all happened yesterday. The cat made its way to the roof of a 3-story apartment building.
Firefighters rescued the cat and immediately reunited it with its family.
Yeah, taking a look at some of those pictures from that rescue. That's sweet. That's a really sweet picture. I was driving down Airport Boulevard, I want to say about a year ago, and there were some police officers rescuing a cat from the tree. So I feel like sometimes you think, oh, this only happens in movies, but this happens pretty frequently.
And it is very, very important work.
It is. Alrighty, well, searchers in Michigan have located the wreckage of a steamer that sank more than 150 years ago.
80-year-old Paul Ehorn discovered the Lac La Belle in Lake Michigan back in 2022 after spending 65 years looking for it. The scuba diver just announced that he found it.
Yeah, he says a clue from a fellow wreck hunter and an author named Ross Richardson led him to this location.
Ehorn declined to reveal what that exact clue was.
But Richardson said a commercial fisherman found an item that appeared to come from a steamship from the 1800s.
Most of the 53 people aboard the luxury steamer made it to safety when the ship sank back in 1872.
Yeah, but sadly, 8 of them died when their lifeboat capsized.
There are up to 10,000 undiscovered shipwrecks in the Great Lakes. Thought this was cool. Incredible images in the Great Lakes there.
Yeah, always just intrigued by what these shipwrecks store. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
the memories,
No, because
and the items that are found.
I don't remember
on
if
these
you said
boats.
it, but like also like if you're fishing around it, like you can like
Yeah.
snag something. So I wonder what, have you ever been to the Great Lakes?
I have not. Have you?
Yes.
Really?
I got to spend some time along Lake Erie.
It's really
back when I
cool.
was-
And who knows all the shipwrecks you were close to in that proximity. Probably a lot. Well, the most dramatic type of solar eclipse is actually happening on Tuesday.
The so-called Ring of Fire occurs only in some eclipses.
This occurs when the moon is far enough away to cover the sun entirely, but still appears smaller.
That's when you can see the rays of the sun encircle the moon in a spectacular sight.
Oh, pretty neat. The bad news, though, is you'll only be able to see it if you're one of the precious few people in Antarctica.
Oh boy. Though many people in South America and Africa will see a partial vertion of the
I got
solar
excited
eclipse.
for a second.
This is an annular solar eclipse. We had one of these pretty recently. It escapes my brain, but when we go into the 2030s, 2040s, there will be a pretty good solar eclipse around here. We have to wait though. Hey,
So check back in 20 years.
Yeah, it's like 20 or 30 years. We got a long ways to go. All right, let's get to the forecast here. Live camera views right now. This is, I call this our Mardi Gras camera view because it is multiple cameras from different spots on parade routes or just looking over the skyline of Mobile. And there you can see it, the skyline with cloud cover that is not going anywhere. It's supposed to be. It's taking its sweet time. And we'll see, we've been looking at the satellite image. It's been slowly burning off from, and this is interesting, east to west, taking its sweet time. Eventually it will all burn off, but it might be sunset by the time it happens. Keeping an eye on the satellite image on another screen right now, it looks like the clearing line's getting just to the bay. So the big 3 headlines, comfortable temperatures, but eventually we get plenty of sunshine. We just have to wait for it here. This is great parade weather though. For this evening, your parade forecast Infant Mystics Order of Doves on Route F. 60 degrees, mostly clear sky. Winds out of the east-southeast around 4 miles per hour. Monday evening in Fairhope, the Order of Mystic Magnolias will be rolling. 60 degrees, clear. Hopefully that's going to be a packed parade, as it always is. Then we look to Fat Tuesday, where temperatures will be a little warmer. We are going to get sunshine. We might have some clouds in the morning with some patchy fog, but sunshine, partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the 70s, 72 degrees, slightly warmer than here on our Lundi Gras Monday. Fat Tuesday starts with the Gulf Shores Parade at 10 a.m., 63 degrees, mild and pleasant. You notice the cloud cover out there pretty early. Then in the afternoon at Orange Beach, 69 degrees, warm and very nice. In Mobile, 10:30, Order of Athena, temperatures in the 60s with mostly cloudy conditions. Then some partly cloudy skies later in the day there with temperature around 70 degrees. And for the evening, you can see the forecast as we wrap up Mardi Gras Route C, 64 degrees. Pretty decent weather here for a parade as we get into the evening time for Order of Myths.
All right, Nick, looks beautiful. Thank you for that update there. It's 3:22 now. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside into downtown Mobile, where several parades were rolling earlier for today's Lundi Gras. It's cleared out a little bit by now. We'll be back with more on Mardi Gras and more of your headlines here on Fox 10 Live.
I don't know where I would be right now. Thank you so much. I'm sorry.
Welcome back. In case you missed it, Mobile Police Chief William Jackson just updated the deadly downtown shooting moments ago. Here's what we know so far. The shootings are unrelated, according to investigators. The first one taking place just before 11 p.m. Chief Jackson says 5 men and 2 women suffered gunshot wounds, including one victim who is in critical condition. No suspect or a motive in this shooting. The second shooting took place minutes later, a block away in the parking lot between Joachim and Conti Streets, across from the Sanger Theater. The chief says that was an attempted robbery. He says the would-be robber, identified as 21-year-old Javeli Alexander, died from a gunshot fired by the victim, exchanging 28 rounds overall. The chief says the shootings occurred despite heavy police presence. Aside from the victim in critical condition, the chief also says the other 6 people who were struck suffered graze wounds as well. We will have much more on Fox 10 News at 4 and 5. Again, police believe the 2 shootings were unrelated. Our Brendan Kirby was at that news conference moments ago, and he'll bring us much more later on. Nick, a busy news day.
Definitely so. We'll also have your forecast updates coming up at 4 p.m. Stay with us.
We'll see you then.